Hi, it's Martin, and welcome to another video on my Knit365 YouTube channel. Today's video is a yarn show extravaganza. We are at the beautiful Ulfcolm Centre in Birmingham, as I've tended to start saying, for the Yarningham show. So we're going to go, it is day 2. I didn't do much filming yesterday. So day 2, and we're going to go in through the front door, and yeah, I'll take you around and let's go squish some yarn. Hello, this is editing Martin and editing Ellie. Ellie's driving. I've been knitting on a project that I hadn't banked on doing, but more on that in a minute. Just popping along, I didn't film much to camera. I filmed lots of footage. So what you've just seen us walk into the conservatory and say good morning to Eddie and Nick, I think. But you're now going to go and watch the footage of the show. It was such a good show that there were so many vendors that I'd never seen before, and that I think is going to make a really interesting video, because lots of my yarn show videos, I go to similar shows and there's lots of vendors that we've all seen before. There will be lots of vendors coming up now that you will never have seen in one of my videos. So hopefully you find lots of new to you vendors. So you watch the footage and then we'll be back in a bit. That's gorgeous.
Super squish, right?
Yeah.
And it's a really nice length.
Is it a DK?
DK, yeah. I think it's a good block.
Because it's the show spot. It's the show special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one in the brochure.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Right, it's upside down. No, I'm not good. Yes.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yes. So you knit down this way,
Yeah.
all the way to the bottom, cast off with your eye cord,
Yeah.
and you flip it around.
Ah,
So
that's clever.
Knit down this way.
That's very clever. It's such a lovely pattern.
Thank you. But the whole point is wearing it either this way,
Yeah.
this way,
Yeah.
or go for a bit of both. Why not? You know,
Yeah.
wear it either.
That's amazing.
Have fun.
Can folks get that online separately?
Not in the moment, no.
Not at the
It is
moment.
exclusive
Right.
to Yarningham until the exclusivity period runs out. And then it will be on my Patreon first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. Hopefully you found lots of new vendors that you like the look of. Bumpy car. Have you had a good day?
Yes.
A good day, good weekend.
Good weekend.
It's been a
really good weekend.
It's been a long weekend.
Fun.
Friday feels like a long time ago
It does
now.
feel like a very long time ago, but full with so much fun.
Yes, lots and lots of fun. We had really good 2 days. I have bought some yarn.
So have I.
So has Ellie. Yeah, I'm going to show you that in a bit, but it's just been wonderful. So Ellie, thank you very much for asking me to be your stall buddy. Wingman. We've met lots of new people. We went out to Birmingham and had some food, and we had a couple of drinks last night, which was really lovely. So yes, little tired bear now, nearly home. I worked on this all weekend. Look how much progress I've made. For those of you that are now shouting, that wasn't on your knitting list. No, it wasn't. But I've said before in videos, I don't like to knit, if I'm helping someone out, I don't like to knit other people's yarn on their stall, because that's not marketing promotion for the stall, the reason that I'm there. So I had some of Ellie's yarn in my stash. This was from the Christmas Eve cast on? Christmas Eve cast on box called, this is the Frosty colourway. And those of you may recognise, this is the Do Not Disturb shawl by Louise Tilbrook. Sorry for the thumb. And it looks glorious in this colorway. I love it. But I cast this on, I think Thursday night, and I just did the first setup row. So basically when I got to Birmingham, I was like here, right at the tip. And I'm just about to do the final row, and I've done all the increases. But this isn't on my summer list, so this is now going to go in hibernation until I finish my list of 15 things. Lots of people came to the stand and said, is that on the list? And I love that you folks are holding me to account, because I can't help myself. And I bought some yarn. One of the things I bought, I want to do now. I know I'm a nightmare. Right, I'll show you that. We're nearly home. Well, I'm nearly home. Ellie's got 2 hours?
Yeah, about 2.
2 hours from me. It is 7:45 on Sunday evening. So I'll be back. This video isn't going up until Wednesday now, I don't think. Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll be back in a moment, so stick around and you will see all of my purchases. There was more than one. And we also have a competition. So I've got a skein of Ellie's yarn, and I've got a skein of yarn from Eva at the Scottish Yarn Festival to give away as prizes. So stay tuned if you want to be in with a chance of winning some squishy yarn. More on that coming up. Hi, it is now Tuesday night, so this video will go up on Wednesday. It is 6:15. I've not long got home from work, so we have some purchases. I don't know if you just heard Siri then, I don't know what he's doing. So we have some purchases and a couple of prizes. So the first, I'll put the bags on the floor so there's no rustling. My first purchase, I knew before the show that I was going to purchase something because someone is a new to me dyer. They put some things on this story and I was like, oh my word, I need to have those. So we've got some super chunky yarn, like, oh, it looks amazing. So this is yarn. It is a super chunky 100% merino superwash. This is the Blue Lagoon colorway. And this is the Bad Romance colorway. So these are knitted by Niche. And Niche was there on Saturday and then was replaced by James Makes Things on Sunday. So I think Niche was one of the first people that you saw because it was the first bit of footage. And I took some footage of her stall on Saturday before she left, but these were all on her stall, and they were she was one stall away from Ellie, so I kind of stared at them all day in the conservatory. So I've decided that they're going to be hats for the kids for Christmas. I haven't made anything for all of the kids. I've talked previously. If you're new here, hi. We've got 3 nieces and a nephew. And I've made things for all of them. They're all very knit-worthy, but I've not made anything for the older 2 for a while. So I thought it would be super cute that they could all have hats. So I've got a 250 gram skein and 150 gram skein. So these 2 together will hopefully make 3 hats for the nieces. The oldest niece, niece 1, is 9 going on 10, and she's in her Taylor Swift era. She asked me if I would make her a jumper. Super cute, of course I will. She wanted it in black, absolutely not. So we are currently in negotiations for colour. But I figured that this Bad Romance colourway, it's got enough sort of pinky colours in it for the 3 girls, but it's also got a little bit of black for niece 1, and then niece 2 kind of copies, which is really cute. So I feel like this would be a really cool colorway for the 3 girls. So they're going to get hats, and then nephew 1 can have this really cool blue colour, and I'm hoping there might be a bit left of all of them that I can make myself one. I love a super chunky project, so I'm really excited to have picked these up, and hopefully you saw a little bit of the footage of these. Niche had a black light, which when you shine on makes the colours radioactive, so also a really cool feature for the hats. And I think I'll get a black light for Christmas when they open them. Niece 1 can probably have the black light because she's the oldest and she'll think that's really cool. So then she can shine the light on their hats and they can all be illuminated together. So I picked those up, but I figured they'll be really quick projects. They're like a November knit, I think. They're not going to be cast on yet, of course. So I figured that that's going to be, it's gone, a November-ish project, something for Christmas. And then, so they're going to be prizes. So then are they going to be prizes? No, they're going to be prizes. So then, because I helped Ellie out over the weekend, Ellie very kindly gifted me a skein of yarn. So I didn't pay for this, but look at this colourway. Oh, lovely. So this is Strawberry Moon, and this is on the Pastoral double knit. So this is Shetland and Welsh White sheep. Yeah, I really love. I think toothy and woolly, and I definitely, you've seen me making my shawl. I'm really on board with the natural knits. I think we all have our love of merino and superwash, but I really do love 100% wool. So this is really cool. So thank you, Ellie, for the lovely gift. And I can't wait to see what this will become at some point. There's no project in mind for this. This is going to go into my stash. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because it's natural wool, it might become socks at some point. Double knit socks, maybe. So that's going to go in my stash. So I didn't buy that. So that's technically not a purchase. I did make 2 other purchases. So James Makes Yarn, James Makes Things was then in Nish's place on the Sunday. So they swapped out in the conservatory, and I knew I needed a skein of something. James makes bubble socks. He's got a pattern for a bubble sock, which is currently in, it's a 4-ply pattern, but he's got a double knit version of the pattern coming out on Friday of this week, I think. And I really like the bubble socks, but I've not yet made a pair. And I thought, oh, maybe I could get some yarn to make some bubble socks. So I started by picking this up from James's stand. So this is the Tamagotchi colorway. It was one of his birthday colorways. And it's just super vibrant with all of the variegated neons. So I picked this up on the stand and I was like, I think that could be the contrast. So the bubbles will come down in this, and then this will also be the toe. I need a corresponding solid colour. So I popped along to see Eva from the Scottish Yarn Festival. And friend of my podcast for a while, you will all know about my love and friendship of Irina from Fibre Chats. Irina introduced me to Eva and vice versa, and Eva and I have exchanged a few messages in the past, and it was really lovely to meet her properly at the show. So I got to chat to Eva and say hello. We had a selfie for Irina to send and tell her that we miss her and wish her to come to the UK at some point. But this is Eva's yarn brand that goes with the Scottish Yarn Festival that actually takes place later in the year. And yeah, this is the Anderson colourway. All of the colourways are named after clans in Scotland. So this is slow grown in Scotland, mill spun in Yorkshire, transformed by you. So this is 80% Shetland and 20% Cheviot. So it's a DK that is a 4-ply fingering version. So I went to Eva's stand and asked her to help me pick some colours with this. I did have a dark grey. And then Eva suggested like an orangey colour, which I quite like because it picked out the orange. But James walked into the room at the exact moment, and I kind of picked this one up as well. And this one was under my arm, that I kind of discounted it. So I had the other two, and we were like, James, right, what do you reckon? And he was like, yeah, I can see that, but what about that one? And he pointed to this. So we decided that these are going to be bubble socks. So a main colour sock and, yeah, contrasting colour. I know there's no nylon in this, and it is kind of going to be using socks with just a standard DK yarn, but I don't wear my socks, my knitted socks don't go in shoes. I wear them with my Birkenstocks because I'm cool, stocks and socks. I think I'm cool anyway. And I wear them in my Crocs and socks. Mark's fuming when I wear them with my Crocs. Or I'm in the house. I don't tend to wear knitted socks out and about in trainers. I only wear them in sandals. So I figured that for general house socks or sandally socks, this will be fine. I'm happy with that. And I should have some more left over I can keep just in case I go through the heel or the toe in the future. But these are going to be bubble socks. So I'm very excited to get these knit up. And this is the project that isn't on my list of 15 things to do between now and October, but I would really love to start. I don't think I'll be able to, because I'm not sure. I need to work out when the pattern comes out on Friday. I need to buy the pattern. I then need to see what needles I need. I'm not sure what DPNs I've got. I'll have to go hunting. I may start it and then get through some of the first bubbles at some point in the next few months. I'll start them, get through the bubbles, and then it can maybe be a vanilla pattern, because I think it's just a plain foot on the sock all the way down to the toe. So it could be a project that I can cast on maybe one lazy Sunday afternoon, and it can just sit in a project bag, and I'll keep in touch with it every now and then. Maybe. Who knows? It'll be another one to play on the t-shirt. It'll all get done. So got those two skeins of yarn. And then we were next to Charmaine from Yarntings in the conservatory as well. And I like to spin. I'm not very fast. I'm not very consistent. And in terms of how often I spin or what I actually spin. But I've got really lush art bat from Charmaine that I bought 12 months ago, maybe. It's a bat of fibre, and it's blues and golds, and in my head it is the perfect bat that I want to spin up into something. But because I don't want to ruin it, because I'm a newbie spinner, it's in a bag in my stash, and it will stay there. So I bumped into Ange from the Yarn and Yarns podcast. She was out with some knitting friends at the show this weekend, travelling back from Yorkshire, so she called in on the way home, and then her friends travelled up from Wales, and they had a lovely little yarny day out, which was super cute. And I met up with Ange on the Saturday, and we had a lovely chat, and we caught up, which is lovely. Ange lives just like 3 miles down the road from me. I'll pop Ange's Yarn and Yarns podcast in the description below if you want to go and check out Ange's podcast. Ange has a lot more whips than me, so if you get a bit when I start saying I'm going to cast on more projects, I think she's up to like 30. And she plays some fun games every month when she rolls dice and chooses projects. And go and give Ange some Knit365 love. But just as she was leaving, she saw a skein of yarn that was orange. And she was like, no, I've got enough, I'm not sure. And so we kind of encouraged her to buy the skein of yarn. And then we were chatting about spinning. And I was saying, she's talked in previous videos about she has yarn and fibre that's too good to spin. And I said, I really need to get that bat out of Charmaine's that I've got that is too good to spin. And then when I woke up then on Sunday morning, Ange had messaged saying, lovely to catch up with you. Go and get the bat of fibre, because I'd seen one that I liked from Charmaine. Spin it up. There's no such thing as too good fibre. Just use it. So this is Angela's fault. So I bought another bat of fibre, but this is going to be my practice one. Charmaine, we had a chat. She showed me how I should pull some of the fibre away and how to deal with some of the silk elements. So I'm going to try and spin this. And then when I finish this, I'll then get the really pretty, sexy blue one out of my stash and have a go at doing that one. So this is a Jacob's fleece. It smells so sheepy. It's lush. Like, I could have a little sleep on this. So it's a really lovely bat. I think it's about 100 grams. I don't know, I've got fibre everywhere. Yeah, so it's a Jacob's fleece, and as you can see, it's got these lovely bits of coloured neon silk pops. Yeah, there's bits of blue down here, and so I don't know when this is going to get spun, because it's now fibre. It's like 27 degrees here today. I don't know what's been going on. It's been raining all like the last few days, and now it's really bright sunshine. So at some point I'm going to start this. I've got a spin window next door. I've got a spin on my spindle, but I have got a spare spindle, I think. So I need to have a go. And I think I'm going to try, what I did in January is I did Spinuary, and I tried to do a little bit of spinning every day, just 15 minutes, either just before bed or first thing in the morning, like when I'm making a cup of tea. So I might try and do that at some point over the next few months and get this going, because I really do enjoy just standing up while we're watching telly and doing 15 minutes of spinning. And I'm definitely not very consistent in how I spin. For the first few days, it takes me a while to get the muscle memory back about what I'm doing. So yeah, so I need to get into the rhythm, and then I get better. So if I'm consistent in how often I spin, I get better consistency in what I spin. So yeah, so thank you to Charmaine for that, the wonderful bat. I bought that from her, and for the lesson and the help with getting started, and to Ange for the corrupting influence. It was lovely to see you. So there we go. They were my purchases. I was quite restrained. Like, I have to go, you have to buy something at a yarn show. You know, souvenir purchase. So I think I've got a nice little mix of some quick projects, and yeah, we'll see. So I'm going to end this video now. I've got 2 prizes to give away, to say thank you for those of you that are here and watching. So I bought that skein of yarn from Eva from Scottish Yarn Festival, and Eva let me choose a skein of yarn to give away as a prize. So this is the Wallace colourway, after William Wallace, because I said they're named after clans. So this is also double knit, and it's this gorgeous reddy colour. I chose this, I thought it was a really nice colour to offer up. So we've got this as a prize from Eva. And then, of course, because I was away with Ellie, for the weekend, Ellie very kindly gifted me a skein of her yarn. So this is the new yarn base. This is the Verdant sock. So this is a blend of Aberfield and Brecknockshire Cheviot, and this is the Hedge Nettle colourway. This is slightly different to this. So this is the pastoral base, and this is sheep's wool. This is also sheep's wool, but the Aberfield, it's the shearlings cut, which means they're lambs. So it's the very first cut. So obviously for all the welfare of the sheep, they get shorn every year, but the lamb's fleece is the softest because it's their first ever cut. So this new base by Ellie, the Verdant base, has the shearling fleece in it. So it is softer, and on the stand, we had the 3 bases in the 4-ply, and you could squish them, and there is a noticeable softness to this compared to the slightly more rustic, still 100% wool, but has that little lamb's fleece in it that just makes it a little bit, and again, I'm not sensitive to this. I think it's really, really lovely, and it's a gorgeous colourway. This teal, I'm clearly entering my teal era. Love this. So yeah, it's this teal with these flashes of pinks and creams. So this will give a lovely variegated effect. So we've got a skein of this to give away. So thank you to Ellie for that. So what we will do, the video is going to be going up on Wednesday, the 17th of July. I will keep the entries for the yarn giveaway open until the 31st of July at 4 p.m. British summertime. We'll still be in British summertime. So all you need to do to be in with a chance of winning one of those 2 skeins is leave me a comment below and mention the word yarn in your comment. And then what I'll do is after the 31st, so on the 1st of August, I will do a random comment selector, and I will contact the person who has been successful in winning one of those. There'll be a random comment generator. As long as you mention the word yarn before 4 p.m. on the 31st of July, you could be in with a chance of winning. As with all of the giveaways that I do, I will offer shipping worldwide. I will cover the shipping, so any of you can enter if you wish to be in with a chance of winning. The only stipulation is if you are not based in the UK, you enter and accept that you will pay any local charges or customs taxes in order to ship. I will mark them that is a gift from a personal person, not a business. So hopefully there won't be any shipping taxes or customs charges, but that's the only stipulation if it's worldwide and you're not in the UK. I have a load of parcels that need to be packaged up. I've still got to send the Pride ones. They go in this weekend. I've got the pattern book from Woolly Wormhead to post off. I've got some other Toft patches. So I'm going to be doing a big post office run this weekend. So if you are waiting for a prize, they are going to be hopefully shipped this weekend, and I'll drop you all emails when they've all gone with the tracking. But then we'll get these prizes off to you as soon as possible. I will reply to your comment from this channel, and I will leave you the email address for you to get in touch with me, so you can email me and let me know. Please, there are some times that I do giveaways and folks don't reply to the comment. So if you do enter and leave a comment, please just pop back to the channel on the 1st of August and just check if you had a reply, because there are occasions when I have to do a redraw because people don't get in touch and all the rest of it. So if you want to be in with a chance, leave the word yarn or just mention yarn in your comment. I'd like to win the yarn, or whatever you want to put. Please leave that in the comment, and thank you very much again to Eva and Ellie for the very generous prizes. So that's it. I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for being here and sticking around to watch. As I said earlier on in the video, there were so many wonderful vendors that I'd never met before at the show. I had a really great time going around and squishing yarn and chatting to people. It was such a lovely and friendly atmosphere. There was really nice footfall. It was quite evenly spread out between the Saturday and the Sunday. Often the Sundays at a show are quite the quieter day, but it felt quite balanced. It was really lovely. Thank you so much to the organisers for a great show. It's definitely one that I will go back to because I love the variety of the vendors, and I said it was such a lovely atmosphere. There was food available from the local canteen the local coffee shop, sorry, that was in the centre. There was a cakes tent outside in the marquee, and yeah, it was just a wonderful, wonderful yarny weekend. So I hope that you found some new to you vendors. I tried to take pictures or hover over the yarn label or the business name on their table. So if you did see something that you like, you can hopefully find the vendors. Go and find them online and let them know that you saw them in my video. That would be really wonderful. But yeah, it was such a great weekend. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I'll be back on Monday with a video of something. I'll have some progress on some things to show you. So we'll be back on Monday, I think, with a normal video. So thank you very much. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the show. Any vendors that you're particularly excited about. Leave a comment if you want to win some yarn. And yeah, thank you for being here. I will see you on Monday. So until we speak again, happy crafting.